We'll be cooking some Chef Alex ragu. Start with the most important ingredient to get anything juicy. That's some bacon. So what's going on in the world today? Brink of World War III, obviously. Not really worried about that. If it happens, it happens. There's not too much we can do about it. As is life. Hope you're not worried about it either. Can't really see this, but we're chopping bacon right now. Maybe if I lower the camera angle, you will be able to see it. Most important thing right now, I'm going to lower the camera angle so you guys can see what I'm cooking. See if I can do that real quick. Let's have that go higher. Have that tripod go lower. All right, we got a few people on. Cool. Let's see what we can do here. Nope. I don't know if that's going to let me do it. All right, we'll push this back. First time, guys. First time in a while. So, all right, if you guys have questions, just drop them in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to do our best to show you what the heck's going on. So you can see me cooking like this. Wonderful Talavera tiles in the background. Wanted to have that Mexican theme when I moved into my place in Austin. So, fan on low. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay, so you might not see it, but we're cooking chopped bacon right here. This is going to be pretty delicious. After we chop our bacon, next important thing that we're going to do is chop some onions. I might start crying. It happens. Nothing much we can do about that. I mean, got people, don't have a ton of people on right now, so we're good for trial number one. I can like do this, but I don't know. Okay, sure. It's not like one shot. What? It's not like one. I think the hardest part is cooking and looking at the same time. That's something we're going to get better at over time. What's that? Huh? What's that? Yeah, if you wanted to film, that's fine. Do we want far right Latina girlfriend to film? Somebody please give an opinion. we may have that happen. Okay. Somebody just joined since the question was posed if the far right Latina girlfriend should be filming. So the answer is yes. We need to figure out how to turn this camera around. So give me 1 second. We're going to do that. Okay, so we're going to turn this around. And okay. Now you just have to let me know if people are asking questions. And if nobody's asking questions, you can ask questions.
Okay, what step is this?
What's that?
What step is this?
This is step 2. We're chopping some onions. We want to dice these so that there's a lot of surface area, so that the surface area can get exposed to the baking grease. So we want to stir this around. So no one side gets burnt too quickly. Alrighty. And you're going to want to chop these. You can go from there. No big deal. we do this right, there's going to be over 100 grams of protein in the mix. I feel like you should ask questions.
Okay. What's your method for cutting onions?
No, like questions like interesting questions. Nobody cares about cooking. They'll watch. They'll figure it out. You need spicy questions. Questions like why is it so expensive to put red meat in your food or something like that? I don't know. Maybe we should ask you. Why do you think it's so expensive for people to buy red meat? Oh, I don't think they can hear you because the mic clip is on me. It's not on you. Too bad.
You'll just have to repeat what I'm saying if you think it's...
So what do you think? I'll repeat it. Why is it so expensive? Because too many people voted for our dear leader, Joe Biden.
Nobody voted for him.
Nobody voted for him? I don't think we can say that.
Everybody voted for him.
Everybody voted for him. I don't know. I mean, realistically, the inflation is probably partially Trump's fault too, because if you look at when all the money was printed, most of it was printed when Trump was in office. Granted, the dumbass policies that the Biden administration is putting into play right now and for the last few years can't be helping people work, supply chains go faster, but the sheer amount of monetary stimulus before the laughably named Inflation Reduction Act, where people like my dad actually believe that government spending can reduce inflation meaningfully. Yes, obviously that stuff makes everything more expensive. The Inflation Reduction Act, in fact, makes things more expensive. Okay, so now that we've diced all of these into nice little cubes, we want to... Oh, that was a very good job, Alex. Usually more of these spill. This time, did a pretty good job. Keep these on the plate.
Starting to smell good.
Starting to smell good. Says the far right watching your girlfriend. We need some commentary. We need
I'm trying to sling some dinosaur juice.
Try to sling dinosaur juice? Yeah. Far right watching your girlfriend's a dinosaur juice slinger. Although I've had people tell me that oil does not come from dinosaurs.
It does not.
It comes from like algae and stuff, right? Alex Jones was talking to the vet, however you say his name, yesterday, and he was saying like there's oil.
Yeah, they're hydrocarbons.
What's that from?
It's like gas from the earth.
How does it get there?
Well, that's above my pay grade.
What?
So that's above my pay grade.
You don't know how the oil gets there? That should be like a pretty basic, like, I don't know. You've never been interested in that to wonder why it got there? We're going to throw out some salado peppers on here later, not now.
Super good.
First thing we're going to do now, after we put all those onions in, is we're going to put some garlic in there. I don't put as much garlic in my normal cooking because far right Latina girlfriends are really shit. Wonderful bonus of cooking with a hood vent, whatever the hell, downdraft or whatever that's on our kitchen is in the food stuff down there that we have to clean off later. Okay.
So step 3.
What?
What's step?
Step 3. We're going to break up some garlic. It's going to be delicious. Oops. All right. I'm going to pre-peel this. Post-peel it, whatever you want to call it. When I was a younger, more efficient man, I would buy my garlic pre-peeled, and then the supply chains broke, and we stopped being able to get it as reliably from Trader Joe's, and so the efficiency suck is that I now end up spending seconds a day peeling garlic on average. Didn't always used to be this way, folks. Back before Joe Biden was in office, I could get pre-peeled garlic reliably from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is just gone downhill since COVID. Used to be able to get scallops reliably from Trader Joe's, no longer. No longer. All right, we're going to mix this bacon around just to make sure we get more bacon grease.
How long has this been cooking for?
It's probably been going for about 8 minutes or so. So this takes a while, guys. We got to be patient. Definitely takes a while for it to get browned and caramelized. Most of my meals are like under 20-minute meals. This one you could cook it under 20 minutes. It would taste as good though. You could probably make it an 8 out of 10 dish in under 20 minutes, but if you want to make it a 10 out of 10 dish, it's going to probably take like 30 minutes.
How much does it cost to make it?
Costs whatever it costs. So it depends where you get your meat. Depends what quality meat you use. This is ground bison from Costco. Ground bison from the Austin Costco costs $7.99 a pound, and we're going to be using 20 ounces. So we're going to be using $10 worth of meat. And then that's going to be about 115 grams of protein from that bison alone. So it's actually about the same price as Chipotle. It's actually cheaper than Chipotle with like twice the protein. So if you look at what's in here, we got 4 pieces of bacon. That's going to be about 8 grams of protein, plus 20 ounces of bison. That's 115, plus the Wagyu sauce. So we're looking at like maybe 125 grams of protein here. And it's probably going to cost 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't know. I would say 17 bucks. 17 bucks for 125 grams of protein. So, there's definitely cheaper ways to do it. You could get, corn-fed beef would be a cheaper way to do it. But we're Gucci in this kitchen for as long as we can be. So we'll get a second mortgage before we stop eating the healthiest foods. So, all right, we're starting to see the tips of the onions browning. That's a good sign. That means we probably got about 5 more minutes before we're going to start mixing the other stuff in, which is perfect. While we do this, we're going to clean off the plate, make some space for the beef, or bison as it were. Throwing this away. Efficient. All right, so the key to starting to smell pretty good. Go ahead and you can't smell that through the phone screen just yet. It is starting to smell pretty good. Can I get a verification on that?
Yes, it's starting to smell good.
She says yes, it's starting to smell good.
How can I see if people are leaving comments?
I don't know. If you're leaving comments, we'll figure out how to find them. You want to say hi to the people? I can look at the screen and figure it out. Yeah, you can say hi. Why not? You're not Anon anymore. Let me see. We got, one person's like giving a thumbs up. I don't know. Let's see. Got it. I don't know what timeouts are. I don't know. I think they'll pop up. All right. Whoever gave the, okay. There's been no one, but I'll leave one as a test. Okay. Michael M. just left one as a test.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Michael. Why don't we leave a real comment? Thanks for helping us. Thanks for helping us test this out. Okay. Hey, let's get a live shot of what the color of the onions and bacon look like. So this is really good. You can see the bacon is starting to get on the mildly cooked crispy side. So that's about the time that we want to put the garlic in. The garlic goes last because the garlic cooks the fastest. It's the most finely diced. So if you put it in at the same time as everything else, it would get burnt. So we're happily putting this stuff on last. We'll kind of segregate it, let it do its thing. Wow.
Oh, it smells great.
Smells great, she says. All right. While we are cutting open the bison beef, whoops. All right. Key for the bison beef. This stuff is liquidy for some reason. I don't know why, but it's like pretty commonly liquidy. It's very hard to keep these things together as burgers, which is one reason why I like to mix cheese and like fattier stuff in. I don't know if it's because of the leanness, but the water content in the Costco bison is always off the charts. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add some salt. And like some people say, you add a teaspoon of salt per pound. These people are sissies. You want to add like at least double that so it tastes good. All right, let's see how we're doing right here. You can see everything's mixing pretty good. Garlic is actually starting to get pretty well crisp. And so we're going to mix the garlic in with the other stuff so the garlic itself doesn't burn. So this, we've been cooking for about 20 minutes. We're almost done, guys. I assure you, despite the fact that this big hunk of meat looks raw, look at how amazing that is. We're not even turning the lights on. That's my bad. Boom.
There we go.
Look at how phenomenal that looks. Okay. While this waits, we're going to
What are you doing?
we're mixing the salt in with the beef. Okay. So now that this is looking this way, by this way I mean you can see how caramelized the onions are, right? We can see how crispy the bacon is getting. This means that we're going to throw a hunk of beef on the side, hunk of bison on the side. We're just going to let it hang out like that. The reason we're going to let it hang out like that is because we want that to be a little bit. One thing that we like to do while we cook is we like to be efficient. And so we're going to put the bacon away while everything else cooks. We like to clean up as we cook to save time. So I told you, I promised you it was almost done. It was almost done.
How long do you leave the meat on the side?
How long do what?
How long do you leave the meat? Like
3 minutes or so. And while we're doing that, you can slice the serrano peppers.
Oh, you got a comment saying it looks great.
Hopefully it wasn't from my mom. My mom comments on a lot of my YouTube videos. This is the key to rising to internet fame, is you get your mom, who is complaining about being tired because she watches YouTube videos until midnight a lot of nights and couldn't figure out why she was tired, attributed it to old age, not watching YouTube videos until midnight every night. You gotta get your mom commenting on all your stuff. So if I had to bet, 30% chance to fall on. All right, it's been about 3 minutes on one side. Now we're gonna want to put this to the side. The reason is, like, normally I'd use olive oil, but I'm out of olive oil. I forgot to buy some. I didn't know how low we were running. So I'm gonna use that little bit of bacon grease, and I'm gonna use that to help the other side sear. And then we're gonna clear a pathway for more there. So you can see, like, good, gotten that. This is gonna be fairly lean, guys.
Does that mean it cooks faster?
It does not cook faster. This actually cooks slower this way. But the reason we're doing it is because we want a little bit of char on the beef before we decide to mix it up. So I'm gonna go get our jar. Actually, no, we got a jar in here. We got our tomato sauce already.
How hot is the flame?
That's the highest heat permissible. We got a jar of Rouse homemade. It's already been opened on Sunday. Okay. So now that this has been a couple minutes per side, we're gonna start chopping this up. And you'll notice when we chopped it up, it's still like raw on the inside. And that's okay. We knew that was gonna happen. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna mix everything fairly aggressively right now. So we're gonna have, the goal is for this raw bison to actually just be like medium rare by the time all of this is cooked. And we're gonna get there. Just be patient. Probably should have gotten a larger skillet or a wok. XCloud was selling woks. You probably could have got a wok. We got a regular skillet. All right, we can see the color turning from a bright red to more of a pink. This is good, obviously. Okay, now we're going to drop the serrano peppers. Side. This might make everyone in the room cry. It's okay if it does. Just let these cook for a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to start pouring the sauce in. Okay.
How much sauce is that?
That's a half jar. It's about 14 ounces, maybe 16 ounces if we're feeling lucky. Now the hard part here is because I definitely stuffed this very thoroughly. We want to just not let the stuff spill off the sides. Containment is the goal. I'm going to spread those serrano peppers around. Try to make sure none of this bison ends up completely raw. So we can cook it medium rare, but we don't want it to be totally raw. I'm not French. Okay, that's great. All right. Good. We like where that is. going to add some noodles to the mix. These are pre-cooked, so we skipped a step, and I cooked these on Sunday when I was making longer form YouTube videos. These noodles are actually part of the octopus pasta that I cooked on Sunday. Might not be the best form to let noodles that were exposed to seafood last 72 hours, but I like testing my stomach out and getting it progressively stronger. The stomach, progressive overload applies to the stomach. If you don't believe that, bro science, try it yourself. Okay, so put that in there. And let these al dente noodles soak up the meat.
What's the right ratio of noodles to meat?
Really depends. If you're trying to be very strong, you can probably have, I would say, as many as like 6 ounces of noodles, of dry noodles, to 20 ounces of meat. But 6 ounces of dry noodles is quite a bit. It's almost half of the box. But we're not there. We're a little bit lower carb than that. With where my fitness goals are, as far as not wanting to be a 200-pound power lifter. So right here, this is definitely on the lower side. Probably 2 ounces of dry noodles to go with the meat. And put the finishing touches on.
What's this?
Got some Parmesan cheese. Ragu, drop any comments. I don't know if you can like and subscribe to the live stream, but if you can't do it, I'll figure it out more the next time. Part of running around businesses. Comments, suggestions, DM me, message me on my email. Pretty accessible, so figure out a way to get me your message. If there's topics that you want to cover, meals you want to cook, just let me know, and I'll take it into consideration.